but let's keep on track with going to our next and final section of the three today, which is going to be our new C4 technology. As mentioned, all three of these sections are going to be available on our YouTube channel. So if you miss one or want to go back to it, we'll provide links after that. But to start this off, I'd like to hand it back over to Heath. Heath?
Well, this is the slide where Henry gets to talk more than me, and hopefully I don't steal all of his thunder. This is the area where, honestly, I'm the sales guy, so I'm usually technical enough to get myself in trouble on most days. So I want to just highlight some of the things that I think are important as somebody who interacts with our customers and potential customers and their end customers on a regular basis. One of the things that's exciting to me about this is that everything is just drop-down GUI based. So it's something that, anybody who's worked with the device should be able to figure out pretty quickly. So by that, I mean, there's no super secret coding language, and there's no ongoing licensing fee that you're going to get hit with for the privilege of being able to manage your own devices. And along with that, we've got, our fantastic US-based support team, located in US time zones that makes it really, really easy to deploy. As I mentioned earlier, based on Yukon's question, we really work to help our customers create the profiles up front, so it makes it really easy. But if you decide you want to do it yourself, and again, Henry, I don't want to steal your thunder here, buddy, but you can utilize these tools to be able to create your profiles, to be able to build out, to be able to program your devices before deployment, but then also to maintain those for the entire life cycle. And again, with no ongoing, licensing fee, to be able to OTA updates to configs, as well as, to be able to photo those firmware updates as they come along. And I think that's about all I had on that. And I'll hand it out to the smarter guys here.
Thanks, Heath. Yes. So basically, everything that he said, we make it super easy for our customers to update devices, configure them however you like, and using our sync track feature. And then once you get that profile configuration that you like, you can create multiple profiles. And then once you have that set, you can upload it to our Scooty, which is our cloud-based maintenance server, where you can send those configurations to each device that you have deployed in the field. Let's see. So I can do a quick demo here. If Jim, if you're ready for that.
Yeah, that sounds perfect. And I think the demo for this today is really could go through the 4290 series, as you see here, with the different modes and configurations. So let me stop share, Henry. Let's see if we can see your screen, and maybe we can walk through that.
All right, let me see. So right now, you should be able to see my sync track application and Scooty in the box.
Yeah, perfect. We can see both, and we see sync track right now, Henry.
So right now, I have a 4290 plugged into my device. You see that we break down each of these tabs to easily program your device. Main one is the network, just to get your device up and running, however you want it to report. For this demonstration, the main configuration that we want to do is mainly to control the preset default operating modes that we covered in our presentation earlier. Once you create these modes that you want, what the time interval that you want to report, this one's reporting, you can set it to report, this is actually 8 hours, I believe. And then you can save these profiles. Once you save these profiles, actually I already did all that for you guys. Once you have these profiles saved, you can go over to your Scooty cloud-based website. Let's go ahead and let this load up. So you can see here that once you have once you're logged in, you can upload these profiles for you. Right now, I have these 4 already set, but it's so easy. You just drop in a new one. I already created the last one I need to just drop in, which is recovery. Let's go ahead and do this for you guys. once you have that saved, you see it's right into your profile list. So I have all these different modes already configured. Once you know which device you want to update, you can just go over to our devices tab. I have 2 devices loaded, and you can assign multiple profiles at once using the profile assign tab, or you can just click directly on which device you want to update. So let's say for this one, I want to switch it to recovery. I have that profile, I hit apply. So the next time it's scheduled to check into the maintenance server, it will update the devices for you guys. Scooty is also able to update the firmware as well. These devices currently are on the latest, so you'll see it here, but all you have to do is click on the update button, and then if there's an update available for you guys, it'll be available here for you guys to load. That's our maintenance server, our Scooty program. It's super easy to use. Profiles, devices, and firmware updates are your main tabs. You can create new users if this is part of your team. But yeah, you have all your devices here. Everything's easily accessible. Is there anything else, Jim, that you want me to present? Because that's basically straightforward. All you really need to do to get your devices updated.
Yeah, Henry, I think that was an excellent demo, and we're going to open it up to questions right here for C4, because I think Henry could better demonstrate between our C4 middleware solutions. If you have any questions, please feel free to enter the chat session or to raise your hands. As Keith mentioned, I think very quickly, this is a free service that we provide for all of our partners. And correct me if I'm wrong, Henry and Keith, we keep a pretty robust team dedicated to this free middleware as well to keep updating. Is that correct, Henry and Keith?
We have a full team dedicated just for Scooty maintenance to be updated, to be serviced whenever we run into any issues. But yeah, Scooty's up probably 99.99% of the time. It's powered by AWS, so it's heavily reliable.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. I think I'm going to go back and share my screen, Henry, if that's okay. And let's just open up to general questions. Let me get back here. Henry, can you see my screen?
I can see your screen, yes. Okay,
let's get back. So if you have any questions, this is the end of the 3rd section. So we're able to answer questions about C4 or any questions that you have about Suntech or the materials today. So if you have any questions, please feel free to raise your hand or put it in the chat section. I did get another anonymous one, Keith, as well from the Slack channel, which I don't know why people are doing that, but that's fine. They just like to instant message me. Keith, the one is, can you explain the 60-day trial program? That's a question that I've got.
Oh yeah, I'd love to. So again, I keep hitting on this same theme. We want to be easy to work with. We want to be easy to deploy. We want to make it very easy and painless and easy to do business with Suntech, but we want to be your partner in the long term. So the way that we work samples or demos or pilots is really simple. Contact me, email me, use that, sales at suntechus.com. Say, hey, I'm interested in trying this out. And, give me an address, give me the particulars, what you're looking to do, pick out a device, tell me how many, and we're going to send that to you. We're going to send it to you on a 60-day net. We want to make sure that people are motivated to actually do something with it. But we also don't want you to have to come out of pocket up front. So we put that on a 60-day net, 60-day trial. We figure at the end of 60 days, you should know that you're going to want to keep this thing and buy more. But if it didn't work out for your particular use case, hey, send the thing back. No harm, no foul. And we look forward to working with you again on another project.
Perfect. Thanks, Keith. We're getting a couple questions. And maybe this one's a little bit more directed to Rob Martin. Rob, Yukon asked, for the ELA, BLE pucks, would we purchase those through Suntech or directly from Ella?
Yep. No, good question. In fact, because we've been working with Ella, we have some other sensors coming online too.
They've got a whole bunch. These are ones that we've tested, as Henry Tran talked about. They're proximity sensors, light sensors, motion sensors. We're a partner with theirs, but you buy your stuff directly from them. We also are working with some other manufacturers, and our support team will have and sales team will have that ready for you. But we're not stocking and housing those. We're just doing the integration work.
Okay,
Thank you for that, Rob. Yukon, did that answer your question, or do you have any other questions or follow-up?
So it looks like that company is overseas. Is that correct?
They have a reseller here out of Massachusetts that we put you in contact with, but the manufacturing's in France.
Okay, yeah, that would be appreciated.
Yep.
Okay, thanks.
Yukon, I hate to put you on the spot there, but I think you're probably having some ideas permeate through you with the Bluetooth. Can you talk about maybe some of the applications you're thinking about using with the Bluetooth Ella sensors for the 4955? Or
yeah, I mean, we have some customers that carry parts and equipment in their vehicles. They want to monitor the locations of that equipment. So, you know, this might be used as an inventory management tool for them.
Perfect.
Awesome. On the demo, it's an extension of what he's talked about, Yukon. So we have our test devices here. We'd be happy to do proof of concept with you. If you want to buy a bunch, then we would refer you over to the Ella reseller here.
Okay, yeah, I appreciate that.
Yep.
Perfect. Thanks, Rob. Henry Tran, it sounds like Yukon's applications for the Ella sensors to be a perfect fit with the 4955, or any color that you'd like to add there?
Yeah, that'll be awesome. I know that their coin sensors is very tiny. You can attach it onto almost anything. The 4955 will pick that up if it's in Bluetooth range, and then you should know exactly where it's at.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
Perfect. Thanks, Henry. I'm going to go for, we always want to maximize your time, so I'm going to go for last questions. If you have any questions about anything that was covered here today, please raise your hand or the chat section. I'm going to just mention one more time, all three of these sections are going to be available on our YouTube channel. I will be sending out later today, if not tomorrow morning, an email with each section's video link. As always, the entire Suntech team is a partnership, and we're here to answer your questions. With that, it looks like we have no more questions, so I'm going to turn, any final thoughts, Rob, before we conclude the session?
No, it's a great discussion. We're just kicking these off right now. And so what our goal today is to introduce what's coming out, that we have them ready, and we've got documentation that's going to be updated to our website. We've added a new support link on suntechus.com where you can create a login and have access to our technical information. Any questions about ordering, pricing, availability, send to sales@suntechus.com. You see right there down on the bottom right. And somebody from our team will be able to pick that up and get you that information. Anything on accounting is AP. Anything on support for technical assistance, integration is support@suntechus.com. So we track everything that goes in there, also with the ticket, and make sure somebody of our team is be able to be quickly responsive to all of your questions. Thank you, everybody, for joining us today. Really appreciate your spending the time.
Great, Rob. We really appreciate that. And I think it was a great session. Henry and Heath, thanks for doing. Oh, we got one more question just popping up here. Let me check on that really quick. So Armando, copy of the presentation available to share. Definitely. And I will be sending that out to you directly. And also it'll be available directly on YouTube. Let me see. Armando, does that answer your question?
Yes, it does, Jim.
Remember to like and share and subscribe.
You know, Armando, I'm going to put you on the spot. I know that we got a couple people going here, but any other applications that you're thinking about that the Suntech team can probably help you out with this, or what's your thoughts on the presentation?
I think the Ella Bluetooth compatibility and offering is a game changer. Again, I think it's been already mentioned on the presentation several times. You guys have moved ahead substantially with what you're doing here. So impressed by it.
Perfect, Armando. We appreciate the feedback. With that, I think we'll end the session. And as always, the entire team's here to support you. We appreciate the partnership and I hope everybody has a great day.
Thank you,
everyone.
Thank you all.